okay.
I feel like he's buying 100% into the I'm Apocalypse.
I could get past Apocalypse if
how it is.
I could get past Apocalypse the way he looks. If the rest of the movie just didn't look just absolutely terrible to me. Like the effects look bad in CG, like overly CG. It's.
Where are you going, Giddy? It's like sneaking up behind your ass.
By the way,
are you?
Huh?
I'm recording your arguments. By the way, so
I think the rest of it doesn't look that horrible. The CGI does look questionable. I'll grant you that.
Looks bad.
The how many times did you see Magneto rip a bridge? Like, what's Magneto got against bridges, really? Seriously,
They lost me with
let bridges
Magneto.
go. Okay, just let them be.
They lost me with Magneto in the last one where he hacked those robots with the railroad.
metal steel. And
I was like, oh,
jamming the metal to
he's just controlling them with the no.
But no, he reprogrammed.
He
them.
reprogrammed.
He reprogrammed them with the metal. I was
Metal
like,
spikes.
no, but okay.
But that's like one of the worst parts of the that movie.
Yeah. Well, and I guess the way they've set Jennifer Lawrence up, right? Because she's a national hero now. She took a bullet for the president. Right? In the last movie.
Yeah, oh yeah, she did. Yeah.
She took a bullet for the president in the last movie. So she's a mutant hero. So setting her up to be the leader of the X-Men now after Charles gets kidnapped makes sense. Those other kids are going to look up to her as whatever, because they know that her and Xavier have a relationship.
Yeah.
Right? And so it makes sense that they're going to look up to her and that she's going to be the one who makes them into a fighting force as opposed to a, sort of peacekeeping police force that Xavier wants them to be.
That makes sense. It's just the way they set it up a while ago.
Right.
That doesn't actually bother me that much. I don't know.
Mystique is a
So
bad
what does
person.
bother you that much?
The effects look bad. Almost all the other actors look terrible.
I'll give you...
The storyline, I think, is going to be bad. Like, the whole part, that they've showed in every single... Well, I should say, I don't know if it was in the... I think just partly it was in this trailer. No, it was in this trailer, too. Where, Moira Taggart's talking about fucking Apocalypse, and I'm just like, this is the cheesiest bullshit.
Yeah. Well, there's it's a lot of cliche lines.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's a god.
He's super powerful. He had 4 horses.
First of us.
Yeah.
The Bible
But
written about him.
we don't know how much of the movie that actually is, and how if they don't there's a lot of over expository dialogue in the trailer.
So here's the problem.
grant you that.
Here's the problem. Okay, Roby. Here's the problem. The problem is you take a trailer, you show me the best parts of the movie, and those parts suck.
Yeah.
Are they showing you the best parts of the movie though? We assume they are. You assume they are. I assume they're just showing you I assume the people who cut trailers anymore are all retarded people for the most part.
Let's take.
Have you seen the Batman vs Superman trailers they released?
Let's take a.
Those trailers were cut by retarded people.
Let's take a.
She was with you.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Let's take a slightly more middle ground. Okay.
Right.
Where those are the mediocre parts.
Okay.
The other half is worse than that. The other half is better than that.
I see where you're going with this. I do.
Do you see what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying. I'm saying you still have half of the movie that's better than this 2 minutes.
It still makes it shit. It's still cause you can go up 2 or 3 points from those trailers, and it would be like, oh well, that's not terrible. 2 more points, you're like, well, that was okay. That was pretty good. But they're never gonna reach a good this is an awesome movie status.
It's never going to be an awesome movie.
And it might have good parts, but that doesn't make a good movie. Batman vs Superman had good parts, but it was a terrible movie.
Agreed.
Did it?
It did. It did. Most of the action scenes were pretty fantastic.
In Batman vs Superman?
Yeah.
I enjoyed them.
I think most of the action scenes were pretty good. Most of them.
I liked how they had Batman use his toys, and I liked the CrossFit montage training session that was in there.
Of course you did.
That's not an action scene. But
Shirtless Ben Affleck? Of course you
totally
enjoyed
was.
Shirtless Ben Affleck. Of course you did. Of course you did.
Yeah. No.
Of course.
It was.
Ben Affleck. Are you still recording this now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking about how much Ryan likes shirtless Ben Affleck?
That's fine.
We'll put this up. Just use this.
This is RSG Podcast episode whatever. Shirtless Ben Affleck is now going to be the title of the episode. So, yeah.
I'm just saying, the movie, the movie had good action parts, like the parts where Batman was fighting was pretty awesome. I think Wonder Woman was, adequately cool. Superman didn't do much besides like be emo.
Wonder Woman was a cardboard prop that they moved around to certain places.
You're right.
And dressed up.
She was a cardboard as a character. It was not well fleshed out or well done at all. The action was cool, but that was it.
They had to put her in there though because there's
Most of her
absolutely
action
no
was even boring too.
Yeah, but they had to put her in there because someone had to save Batman when it came time for fighting Doomsday.
Right. Because we know Batman can't fucking stand up to that shit. But we fucking stand up to Superman.
Right.
We believe that shit. But when it comes to Doomsday, nah, bro.
Well,
He can't.
did you see the size of that guy?
He can't hang, bro.
He was massive.
It doesn't matter how big he is, because Superman could still beat the shit out of him. And he built a spear.
Yes, he did.
With a fucking spear to fight the strongest man alive. The man who could crush him with the merest flick of his fingertip. He built a spear to fight that guy.
You can't honestly tell me that every single portion of Batman vs. You can't honestly tell me that every scene in that movie was bad. You can't honestly say that. Don't try and say you can say that because you can't.
I'm trying to think of a scene that was not bad.
You can't. No, you can't honestly tell me that.
Scene? I'm trying to think of a scene that I do not consider to be bad.
The fight scene with Batman was awesome. Don't. Now you're just now I know you're full of shit because we've talked about this before and you've agreed before that some of the action was pretty good.
The cat keeps jumping on the table.
Now, if you're just going to disagree with me now because it defeats your point, it doesn't matter. I've already won.
Yeah, it was okay. Some of the action was okay.
Get out of here.
Let's go back and watch the tape.
I mean, I guess I could understand why he made a spear.
No, you can't. No, at no point in time can you understand why Batman, who uses guns, would make a spear to kill
exactly
Superman.
Because he uses guns, unless he finds a way, because he doesn't know how fast the kryptonite's going to penetrate through Superman, and he wants it to go he wants it to stay in there because that's what does the most damage.
Except for there's two problems with that.
I know. Superman plunges the spear through Doomsday, and it comes out the other side, and that's when he dies.
Well, no.
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, which is really ridiculous. Two problems with that. The first problem is that this is like making the assumption that Batman doesn't understand the properties of kryptonite. Maybe it's going to shatter, blah, 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 right?
Right.
Except for he's smart enough to make it into a gas. So he has to know something about the structural properties of this thing already.
I'm not too worried about the structural properties of the kryptonite as much as I'm worried about the structural properties of Superman's flesh when that hits him. Because, I mean, if it makes him basically into a normal man taking a bullet, you put a high-powered rifle shell, because we all know he would have had like some sweet-ass rifle that he would have shot that thing with.
Right.
It would go right through him, and then it's just like,
and then he would die.
Well,
that's true.
The Bat at 50 sniper rifle would have just killed him.
But then he could have
just blown a hole through his brain and killed him, and then you'd been like, okay, who cares if it's a through?
But how funny
if it penetrates his whole brain
kryptonite hollow
it
points.
kills him.
True. How funny would it have been though if it was just like he put his hand to block the bullet and it was like, nope.
Shoot right through his hand, Jesus style. He was like, no. In Jesus style, he falls back with his hands pierced.
Oh, jeez.
And white doves fly by.
Anyways. The movie looks terrible, and I'm really happy that you like shitty stuff. But it looks.
The
bad.
movie that we're talking about is the new X-Men.
X-Men, the new X-Men Apocalypse trailer is what we've been talking about for the past however long.
10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
But,
This trailer makes it look better than the other trailers have, so I'm moderately less hateful of it than I was before.
I mean,
I'm not even sure I agree with that. I honestly, I'm seeing more of the action that looks fake and terrible. That's about all I really saw with this trailer.
That's fair.
I didn't see better acting. I saw more of the worst bad acting.
Yeah.
I saw more of that.
I did get on Facebook and make fun of a lot of people who were talking about this trailer, though, like on the on whatever like website, whatever released it or whatever, because somebody's like, Sony needs to stop making these movies, so just let Marvel do it, and I'm like, you're fucking retarded. This is a 20th Century Fox movie. This is not fucking Sony.
I'd be okay with Fox stopping though.
I would be too. But
it might be too late now, though. I think they might have gone too far with the killing off of all mutants in the Marvel Universe for it to... I suppose they can retcon it whenever they want.
They can retcon whatever they want, yeah.
Well, yeah, I think... Yeah. I was going to try to argue, but you're absolutely right. They'll just...
No, so... But other interesting news happened this week, right? We got,
A Ted Cruz sex video?
We can talk about that later. Okay. Let's stick to our theme for the moment.
Okay.
Okay. Tony Stark is going to be in the new Spider-Man movie, which has a title now, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yep.
Which we all hope does not mean the homecoming dance.
I kind of hope it does, actually.
Did you get?
I went pretty in Spider-Man.
Quick side note. Speaking of, did you see the Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. like donut thing?
Yeah.
Did
that was
you see
hysterical.
Oh no, I didn't.
They're sitting there, and Tony Stark's getting ready to eat the last like red, white, and blue donut.
It's donut with red, white, and blue sprinkles.
Yeah, right, yeah. And Chris Evans goes, "Is that the last red, white, and blue donut?" Yeah. Do you remember what I told you would happen if you ate the last? It's basically one of those like Civil War memes, right? Like a donut commercial.
That's funny, actually.
It's part of like the press junket for people or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Tony's just eating a donut. Cap's like Chris just walks up to him or whatever, and he's like, Evans, Downey. They're all like terse about it. He's like, is that the last donut with red, white, and blue sprinkles? And he's like, yeah. And they just shoves it in his mouth, and he takes a giant bite of it.
Right, yeah.
He's like, "Do you remember what I told you would happen if you ate the last donut with red, white, and blue sprinkles on it?" It's like kind of fuzzy, but they had something to do with Hellfire. And he's like, "Yeah, I did," or whatever. It's like, "Oh, look at me without my umbrella. I'm feeling a storm coming." In the meantime, Elizabeth Olsen is just sitting in the background, just staring at them. And then she just goes, "Ah!" and screams or whatever. They all break out laughing.
That sounds pretty fantastic.
But it's one of those like
I'll show it to you afterwards.
Yeah.
It's one of those like impromptu things that just kind of happened or whatever while people are bored hanging out.
At the press junket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's what I want. I want 16 Spider-Man candles. That's what I want this movie to be. I want this homecoming to be so awesome that it's good enough for him to get to the prom with a date.
That's going to be
And that's going to be the next
prom.
Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Prom.
Dude, I
Spider-Man
hope
prom.
Robert Downey Jr. is going to be a chaperone at the prom.
At a homecoming dance. That would
Tony
be
Stark
awesome.
walks in.
I want Spider-Man to have a hard time finding the way to tell Gwen Stacy that he wants to ask her out until he gets help from a mysterious new friend, Tony Stark.
Tony Stark.
Yeah.
I kind of like.
be hilarious.
I do have a slight problem with the name. Not because, well, first of all, yes. It's obviously, we know he's a high school student. We know that Homecoming is a high school dance, so there's that.
Right.
But less than that is it's awfully heavy-handed. Like, he came back.
He's coming back to the fold.
He's coming back into the fold.
Yeah.
It's a little.
So,
You know.
yeah. Well, I wonder how, because it's obviously supposed to be like a double entendre or like
Right,
a
it
metaphor.
is.
Like he's coming back to the Marvel fold at the same time. He's also whatever Homecoming is supposed to mean in relation to what the plot of the actual
Going to a dance.
right.
Obviously.
It'll be interesting to see.
That would be fucking awesome if it was. I'm not gonna lie.
It'll be interesting to see yet another like reboot. They're probably going to kill Uncle Ben.
I don't think they're gonna do an origin story.
They're not doing an
It's not
origin
gonna be
story.
an origin story.
It's not going to be like Batman.
No, they're not gonna show you Batman's parents getting killed again.
Yeah, this is Homecoming of senior year. This is after everything happened.
Right? Everything's already happened.
Junior
It's a senior Homecoming. No, I don't think they're gonna see that. I think
wonder if
Uncle
it's gonna
Ben's
be
gonna
good.
already be dead.
I wonder if it's going to be good because like the bar's pretty low right now considering the other Spider-Man
For
movies.
Spider-Man, right?
Right.
the bar's pretty
So
low.
like I wonder if it's going to be
The-
breakout Spider-Man like 1. It's going to be like, oh wow.
There are a lot of people who have seen Civil War already. A lot of reviewers, stuff like that. I've been studiously avoiding any
Me
reviews.
too. Me too.
Or
It's, like,
anything
right around the
that. I'm
corner,
not
isn't
gonna
it?
read that. Not this weekend, but next
Next
weekend.
weekend.
Yeah,
It's going to be on.
yeah. We need to get tickets. I think we should go see Sunday morning again myself, but
Yeah, I'm down.
because it's a nice, not crowded time frame.
Everybody's at church doing the Christian
Is that how it worked out last time?
When we went to see Batman vs Superman, that's how it was. We went.
Okay.
I mean, this theater. We went to see Batman vs Superman. It was.
Oh yeah,
really
yeah.
abandoned
It was
for the most
really.
part,
Yeah.
You know.
We could have easily moved if we had wanted to.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we were situated relatively fine, so
Yeah, it
didn't
was
matter.
fine. It was fine.
Yeah, but yeah, I think like Sunday morning would be a good show. We should start looking for tickets for that. But a lot of people have seen it, and a lot of people say that
It's the
the
best
new
movie.
Spider-Man is awesome. That he's that the scene that there's a scene with Spider-Man that's worth the price of admission alone.
Oh wow. Okay.
So I don't know.
They're saying it's the best movie Marvel's done.
It's
to date.
saying it's the best movie Marvel will ever make.
Will ever make.
Oh, Civil War.
Will ever make.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, that's an impressive.
Like,
Because
you
the
can't
only-
tell me stuff like that because now when I go into it, I'm gonna be like,
The only thing I have read as well is that they don't do the Batman vs Superman thing. That this is the Civil War is what this movie's about. There's no big baddie at the end that comes in and makes them join up together to fight against it.
Yeah, I remember.
There's none of that.
About that. That's
so
cool.
It stays true to like how the storyline should be, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah.
So if they're bringing Spider-Man in, are they going to bring in all his rivals too? Like, is Venom going to show up? Are we going to get the Rhino?
Probably. Oh, jeez. Hopefully not the Rhino. I imagine that if the Spider-Man movie does well enough, we will. This is my call. This Spider-Man movie does well enough, assuming Venom's not in it. Assuming Venom's not in it.
I don't think Venom will be.
I don't think so either.
Because Sony's announced plans for a Venom standalone movie.
Which is going to be.
It absolutely deserves.
I agree, but not from Sony.
Well,
okay, you make a good
Sony Marvel has teamed up now. So anything that Sony does in relation to Marvel characters, I believe, I don't know 100% for sure, but I believe anything they do in relation to Marvel characters is going to be done under Kevin Feige's leadership.
Okay.
And guidance.
Okay.
So
I'm on board. I'll give it a chance.
Could be okay.
Could be.
Someone's like, hey, you know what we should do with Spider-Man? This. And Kevin Feige goes, no.
I agree.
Pretty much, yes.
Let's give him a dance scene at a jazz
Kevin
club.
Feige. No, Kevin Feige just nods, and one of his associates comes over. He doesn't. Kevin Feige doesn't dirty his head. It's like
Just like pulls out a gun, just offs the dude.
right.
All right.
Just starts cutting fingers off like Yakuza style. Come here. Losing a knuckle.
But yeah. So all right. What else? What else we got?
The new Independence Day 2 Resurgence trailer came out. I don't know if you guys watched that or not.
I watched part of it and then I stopped it. I didn't even get to the whole thing, man. It just gosh. It's X-Men Apocalypse level down.
Well, I mean, considering
I will not stand for this.
considering that we all knew they were coming back, apparently.
No,
Yeah,
which was
I don't know that anyone knew that. Like, I haven't gone back to I keep threatening to go back and rewatch the other one.
We just need to do it.
To be like, did we know? Because I thought they said for sure that, like, this was it. That there were...
What if they
There weren't
release
more
a
of
new...
them, that they moved their whole speed, like the Necromongers. They moved everyone around in the giant ships or whatever.
The ship was like as big as a city, right? Pretty close to it.
The big mothership?
The original.
Yeah.
The original small ship that came down was the size of a city, but that was a small ship compared to the mothership.
Which they went and
that
blew
was
up,
continent
which was much
size.
larger than that.
Right.
Okay, and this is bigger than that.
Gotten the Endor treatment
Bigger
on
than that.
Now,
Like, honestly, wouldn't we have gotten the Endor treatment on that? Like, if you have something that large exploding in space and all that debris comes down to Earth, like, wouldn't we get some fallout from that?
what are you talking about?
yeah.
The indoor treatment. I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
ever heard about that? Somebody did a bunch of scientists, whatever, did a study saying that, like, if the Death Star, are you?
No, I know what you're
Okay, I
talking
was
about.
like, yeah.
I'm going off the movies because they had a fucking party.
That's true.
This is true.
Okay, fair
Immediately
enough.
afterwards,
I
they
should
had
say
an Ewok party.
The theorized Endor treatment.
Well, bro, look, not even space debris interrupts an Endor, an Ewok party, bro. Okay? Fucking Ewoks are serious about their goddamn parties. All right?
Oh man.
And those guys can kill stormtroopers with sticks, so you don't fuck with
Right.
them.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
Even space
confirmed.
debris is like, man, maybe we'll fall over here
Oh, man, there's the
instead.
power of the Earth down there. We better not go down there.
Right?
I just think it's funny that they're still. I mean, yeah, we won, hooray! But oh wait, Fallout.
Yeah. There would be a lot of debris. But then again, that wasn't a complete Death Star.
So
It was only partially a complete Death Star.
thinking about that. True, you're right. It was
So less debris than would have fallen on Yavin, let's say,
Fair enough,
for
fair
instance.
But like in the preview that we did see of the first Independence Day 2 trailer, they had like laser cannons on the moon.
Yeah.
Did absolutely nothing. So it's like, oh, we thought we were ready for them. Like,
Yeah, it just looks bad.
Yeah.
It just looks bad.
Well,
bad.
if this thing is like continent size, it looks. I mean, it's supposed to be ginormous, right?
Yeah.
How do you park that in Earth's atmosphere? Oh wait, you don't. You don't actually do
You
that.
don't. Yeah.
Because that thing has its own gravitational pull, without
Right.
a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, all you got to do is park it in Earth's atmosphere and let the chaos that ensues as the seas realign.
I guess I could be wrong. I mean, Transformers did it, so it must be possible, right?
True, they warped in a whole fucking planet
Like,
just above Chicago. True story. So
aren't they making another one of those?
yes,
And they're
Transformers-
making another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right?
yeah.
yeah.
With such voices as Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, well, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think, still
Yes.
has
Yeah.
It still has what's your name?
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox, thank you.
Yeah.
In it, but this Transformers will be a whole new cast.
Yeah.
Again.
So they're not getting the beef. He's not coming back.
Well, he wasn't in the last one.
He wasn't in the last
But
one.
like I figured, if we're getting the band back together,
They're not getting the band back together.
But they're not. But
Continuing
like,
let Michael Bay do extreme CGI.
but my understanding is that it's not going to be any of the same people from the
Oh.
last one. But I could be wrong.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised Marky Mark's not coming back.
Well, maybe he realized that this was a mistake.
3.5 hour long mistake.
Yeah. Much longer for him.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah. Much
Yeah.
longer for him.
Let's see what else.
So some other news I want to talk about.
The new Hearthstone expansion hits tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
It's
yeah.
tomorrow. The rest of the cards were spoiled. It's too late to go over it now.
Yeah. It is too late now.
But I don't know. I'm a little worried about some things. I'm a little worried about Cthulhu being a little overpowered. He might not be, but he looks real strong. He has a lot of support
Yeah.
and really good cards. Yeah.
We'll have to see how it plays out. It'll be interesting to see how things are tomorrow when everything goes live.
Yeah. Shaman scares me. Mage scares me as well.
Yeah.
And it's not so much because of what Mage got with this expansion, but more like what they didn't lose, and then they got more stuff additionally. You
Right.
know, they lost very little, like not very much at all, really. Mm-hmm. And then
They lost the ability to put free secrets out.
free secrets, and they lost like Unstable Portal, which was like the East Portal.
Right.
But I don't know. Shaman looks like amazingly strong as well.
Yeah. But I mean, they lost Unstable Portal, but they gained like another random card that I think is better. And
Yeah.
False Tone,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, sure, you could have theoretically gotten like a 2 cheaper Onyxia out of your Unstable Portal, but you're just as likely to have gotten a 0-2 taunting target dummy, so...
East Portal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. All in all, which happened to me earlier today, by the way.
Yeah.
Exactly what I got. But, I don't know. Look forward to it. Looks pretty good. Nerfs are in. Nerfs are actually live right now.
Yep.
Gotta log in Tuesday, which I'll put it up tonight. So when you listen to this tomorrow, it'll be time for you to log in to get your cards, right?
Yeah. Log in. I don't know how long the promotion is going to last, but probably throughout the week at least, maybe longer. But log in. You get 3 free packs
Yeah, and 3
initially.
free cards.
And 3 free cards. You get
Right.
a legendary Cthulhu, and then 2 Beckoners of Evil, which help buff Cthulhu. They're his cultists.
Yep.
And then you get 3 free packs on top of that. And then you'll immediately get some quests to play standard mode, which is basically just ladder ranked play.
Right.
And if you haven't played much of it, you'll be nice and low on the ladder. You'll be able to get 2 games easily.
Yeah,
You
win
get
2
5
games.
free packs, and then if you can win 7 more times, you get another 5 free packs. So, 13 free packs on top of 3 free cards. One of them being legendary. Not a bad deal.
Yep.
Not a bad deal.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things like, it's a free legendary, so is it really legendary anymore? Because everybody who logged in got it.
It's a legendary for the rule set of you can only have that motherfucker in your deck once.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Well, and for its individual power based on its cost and all that. So, yeah. But, you know, it was like, why bother making the different level, like the Nextramus cards or whatever. Like, when you go through and unlock, I'm like, oh, this is a rare Nextramus card. Yeah, but everybody who does this gets 2 of this card or whatever. You
Yeah,
know?
I think it's just for statting
Like,
purposes and
yeah.
stuff, is all.
Any news on Here's the Storm? Did they get a Tracer yet?
A Tracer comes out also tomorrow.
You know, Trisha came out a while ago.
Tracer came out a while ago for those people who pre-ordered Overwatch. Came out last Tuesday.
So you
Yeah.
had Tracer for a while.
Have
I
you
did-
got to
I
play
did
with her?
play some Drake.
How do you feel?
I actually like Tracer a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah. I built a build similar to that guy we watched the video about. I basically built his build. I tried it out. I think she's great.
Yeah, she looks
Like,
amazing.
she doesn't look to me to be that hard to play, really. Like, I think if you're going to try and, like, do her
Reload trick.
reload trick, then yes. And theoretically, that's 5% more total damage, you know, and on a more regular basis if you can do it every time. So yeah, that'll be pretty hard to do, but it's not hard to unload all of your clip. into a single dude. Mm-hmm. It's not very challenging to do.
Right.
You know, and she's got a lot of great setups, and I don't have to, like, constantly click someone to attack them. You know, it feels better because I lock on, right? So I can just run circles around or blink out if I need to or whatever, and then come back and hit him with the rest of it or whatever. I'm already still focused on that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
I actually really enjoyed it. I played several games with her. Loved all of them.
Is she like the Ash of this universe? Because I know she's probably ranged. I mean, well, I guess Nova's ranged too. So
She's ranged, yeah, but
I always forget they have an Ash.
she's more medium range than like long range.
Okay, so she's got to be in the mix of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of her abilities is a melee attack, but you basically always have your ult attack, and just like in Overwatch, you build it up by successful other attacks, your successful regular attacks, build up your ultimate meter, and then when it gets to top, she can use that to blow up, and it's a sticky grenade basically that you can like either attach to a person or drop on the ground nearby somebody. And then she has a 3-second recall. You can spec to be 4 seconds, where she goes back to where she was 3 seconds ago.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, from the actual Overwatch game. She's like that. So.
Yeah, and so it's super helpful to like deep turret dive something or whatever, and then whoop, go right back outside. Okay. You're good. Like kill a dude and then teleport back outside.
She's really fragile, but she's super hard to pin down.
Yeah. Okay.
Super difficult to kill because of that.
And
I need to log back into that game, play that game a little bit more.
I think Sylvanas is the Ash of this game.
Sylvanas is the Ash of this game.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Consider elves and arrows and.
Yeah. But yeah, Tracer was a lot of fun to play. I actually found her to be not really very hard. I didn't think, but I could see where you could make her harder if you know what I mean. But I didn't find her to be very hard to play at all. So I feel like I found it easier to play because I didn't worry about minions for the most part, unless there were no heroes to shoot. You know what I mean? But I could just stay locked on the heroes then all the time, and then dash in and out or whatever whenever I needed to, and then dash back into range. If a teammate showed up or whatever and started taking something or stun somebody, I could blink back into range again and automatically be shooting that same guy that I wanted to be shooting anyway.
Were you playing players or were you just playing computers?
I played 2 games against the computers and 1 game against actual players.
So how did you find the difference between... I mean, obviously I'm doing AI versus humans here, but at the same time, the new character, Tracer, how did you... did people react that fast to her? Or?
A lot of people
what she can do? Or were they
who were
expecting
players,
yeah,
they're better at hunting you down than the other people are. But she's got so much, I'll say my blink charges all up to get away for the most part, unless I know that blinking forward can help me get a kill. And the fact that I can run and shoot at the same time, accompanied with blink, makes it really hard to get away from her. Yeah. Unless you slow or stun her, you ain't getting away.
And even if you slow or stun her, if she has full blink charges, she's probably going to catch up anyways.
Right. So, because someone will try and run away, where you just blink and you're almost on them again, and you just keep running with them. Because as they're running away, you're just shooting them still.
That's awesome.
You have to stop and shoot them, so you're just shooting them on the run, and they can't get away. So even if they're further away and they took off and run, you can blink twice, catch up to them real quick, and then just end it.
That's awesome.
Because they can't get away.
Yep.
So.
All right. Anything else? Can you think of things?
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Prince died, and his music's been all over the radio since then.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Been hearing a lot more, it's part of it's 1999, all the time, on the radio.
What is it, never mind. I saw a funny meme thing.
Oh, it said
2016.
It said that I don't know what yours was, but the one I saw that was funny was that Prince's last gift to the world was that he got Donald Trump's face off the TV for a whole week or something like that.
That's right, yeah.
I saw a meme that said 2016, written by George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
Me and Mo actually did some math. There have been 77 celebrity deaths up to this point in the year so far.
Actual celebrities?
People who are famous for being in movies and or music or stuff like that.
Entertainment.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's almost like the devil's coming back and collecting his his little crossroads deals.
Well, some of it is baby boomers.
Makes sense.
Who are reaching that 75-ish age range and are dying. That's just the natural way of things, right? I mean, they had a very large population at the time, so a larger portion of them are these stars that we know and love. Alan Rickman, for instance.
Yeah.
Bowie.
Yeah.
They were both baby boomers. They were in that age range when they were essentially baby boomers.
Yeah.
You know, Lemmy, baby boomer.
Now, when you say celebrities, okay, so we're referring to entertainers in general, music and stuff like that, okay?
Yeah, people who would have been known for like multiple things.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's rough, man. 7. Wow.
Yeah, 77 to this year, to this point, like to the point of Prince dying, to the day that Prince in China died.
Yeah, I like how China being dead just kind of got overshadowed real fast. Like,
She's not as celebrity as much as Prince is. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. Well, and to anybody who's a big wrestling fan, that Prince didn't overshadow shit.
Right.
Like,
that's true.
Yeah.
China is like a
She
legend
did have-
in the wrestling.
She was like the
community.
first female wrestler to cross over and to actually like wrestle the dudes and stuff like that and win.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I mean, she basically was a dude. She was huge.
Oh man, you can't let them have their victory, can you? You have to steal it from them.
Nope. Can't have this. But no, she did a lot of milestones in wrestling. I know it's all like stage and stuff like that, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
but it was still, she was popular
Yeah.
enough that
She
was
she
able
could
to
beat those
maintain,
kind of
yeah.
Star Trek was staged, but or her also. I'm just saying.
yeah,
Right.
7 of 9.
Anyway,
We're talking about breaking boundaries. Okay, not
Oh, that's true. 7 of 9 was a trope.
not just Jerry Wright's titties on screen in her super tight outfits.
Everybody else had like baggy clothes or like regular business attire, and she's all like, "No, I think I'm gonna be like, you know, in a bodysuit."
Right.
It's terrible.
It might as well be leopard print.
Right. Super cleavage.
Yeah.
I wonder if she ever got on stage and was like, "Why do I gotta dress like this?"
dude, I don't think 7 and 9 was as bad as the Vulcan chick in the worst Star.
Yeah, Enterprise.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember her name.
That was
now.
so terrible.
Oh,
Something like that. Yeah.
Like, honestly,
the one with yeah.
Scott Bakula.
that's right. Yeah.
The one with Quantum Leap, where Quantum Leap, Quantum did to be Captain Kirk or whatever.
Yeah, that one. But,
Like every time I picked up a tricorder, I was like, "Is he talking to Sam? Is
We
that what he's
all
doing?"
know the best Star Trek series was Deep Space Nine. So
Just go ahead and close this and end this conversation before we have to hit Ryan. Deep Space Nine was horrible until the last 2 seasons.
yeah, until they got an actual starship. Yeah.
Pretty much. Because up until that point, it was just like literally just a
Space
soap
opera.
opera in
Yeah,
space.
it was like,
Space opera.
Yeah.
could
was-
be Farscape.
Like, Farscape was also not good.
No, it wasn't.
I have serious complaints about
I
Farscape.
remember binge watching Farscape, and I got to like the last few seasons, and I'm just like, I didn't even try. I didn't even try anymore. It's
Yeah,
just,
they just quit trying.
yep. Yeah.
Or like that Lex show. It's almost as bad, if
I
not
didn't
worse,
watch
than
No.
Farscape.
Don't say almost as bad. It was far worse. Far worse. Lex was terrible.
I only watched like I think 3 episodes of Lex before I was like, I can't take the rest of this.
I'm like, what is DePetchmo doing in this show? Oh man,
oh
bad. Lex was bad. But,
What about the new one that was on Sci-Fi Channel? It's still on there right now. It's supposed to be pretty good.
crap.
I don't know.
They have this one out
I'm
there.
glad you're here.
Oh, I know, right? I'm so full of wind right now.
The
I'm gonna look it up.
Expanse.
Yes, that's it.
The Expanse is good.
I heard it was really good.
Yeah.
I'm
Haven't
kind of
watched
waiting
any
for
of
the
it.
first season or the majority of the season to be on there. So I can
First season's
binge watch.
over.
Is it?
You should binge watch.
I will binge watch.
It's time. Something to binge watch.
Anyway,
about it.
that's about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about the Ted Cruz lookalike sex tape.
I think just mentioning it's
Yeah.
enough. Just go Google it,
Yeah,
guys.
it's on Huffington Post. They released it today, which is the 25th of April. So check it out and enjoy.
It's,
He always wanted to pay off his truck and buy a house for $10,000.
yeah.
Anyway, so that's it. Thanks for coming out. Shorter episode tonight, but we're tired, and we don't. I mean,
I am.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
We talked about everything we had to talk about, bro.
Yeah.
it's true.
We got it in.
It's true. All right, fellas. Check us out at rsgpodcast.com. Check us out on both Stitcher and iTunes at RSG Podcast. and Random Subject Generator on Facebook and Twitter at RSGPodcast. Yeah. Leave a like, subscribe, all the above, or don't. I don't care. Actually, I do care. Subscribe.